Hi everybody, my name's Josh and today I'll be taking you through a full body blast workout, a nice quick high intensive workout where we focus on pulse movements, tempo movements, ranging through all our muscle groups in our body, finishing with a nice quick cardio piece to get our heart rate elevated and burn some of that fat. Okay, the timing today will be based off of a 30-second work structure and a 20-second rest, and during that time I'll explain all of the movements. We will start with a little bit of tempo work, get some movement standards down, and once we get that movement down packed, we'll do some confirmatory work with a little bit of fast-paced work. Okay, we'll start with our warm-up. Okay, coming down into our downward dog position, we're going to push back, straight arms, straight legs, feeling the stretch through our hamstrings, our posterior chain, shifting forward into our cobra pose, pushing our hips towards the floor, gently moving our neck around. Nice relaxed breathing to begin with. Chest nice and tall, shifting our feet out to the side, going to a variant of the downward dog, like so. Arms straight, and coming back down into a variant of the child's pose, toes dug into the ground, shifting our hips back, straight arms, palm facing forward, and we should feel a stretch through our shoulders and our hips. From there, hands underneath our shoulders, shooting that knee straight forward in line with our chest, toe pointed back, coming down, elbows to the floor, feeling the stretch through our glutes and our hamstrings. If we want to increase the stretch, pivot to the side, like so, and push our chest down again. And we'll switch legs, coming back to the center, left knee forward, toe pointed back, elbow, elbow, feeling the stretch through our glutes and our hamstrings. To increase the stretch, we pivot to the side, bring our chest back down. Coming back to the center, moving onto our back. Arms out to the side, legs straight up, one leg, and we're going to twist side to side. Keeping our leg nice and straight, nice relaxed breathing at this point. And back to the center. Now we're going to be in the same position, but in a prone position, arms out to the side, and we're going to bring our opposite leg to our opposite hand, feeling the stretch through our shoulder and our chest, and back to the center. And back to the center. Coming into our lunge position, left leg back, knee underneath our hip, hip underneath our shoulder, nice square body, our leading foot, heel underneath the knee, creating a square in between our legs. Hands on our hips. We're going to push those hips forward a little bit, feeling that stretch through the front of our hip flexors. To increase the stretch, we can push forward slightly. We can rotate side to side. And then from there, the knee that's on the ground, the same side, the arm's going to come up, palm facing forward, opposite hand grabbing the hand, and we're going to lean to the side. Trying not to twist. Back to the center, change legs, same thing, knee underneath the hip, hip underneath the shoulder, nice square torso, leading foot, heel underneath the knee, pushing the hips forward, and leaning forward to increase the stretch, twisting side to side, and then the knee is on the ground, same arm, comes up, palm facing forward, opposite hand grabs, moving to the side. And we're coming back to the center, standing up. We're going to try to get our heart rate up a little bit here. So what we're going to do is four toe taps, 1, 2, 3, 4, jumping laterally to the side, 1, 2, 3, 4, and jumping to the side. We're going to try to control our breathing through this. Big breaths in, big breaths out, as much oxygen as possible, and then exhaling all the way. Getting that nice, fresh oxygen back into our lungs. And we're going to speed it up a little bit. A little bit more, keeping control of your breathing, and a little bit faster, and rest starting at the center. Okay, from here, we're going to move on to our first exercise. Our first exercise will be pulse lunges. So what we're going to do for this is we're going to take a step back. We're going to keep, same thing as our stretch, knee underneath the hip, hip underneath the shoulder, keeping our balance, big toe, little toe, heel, the leading foot, dug into the ground, Coming down in depth position, and we're going to move through 1/3 of the range of motion for this, okay? Starting at center, coming down, and we're just going to pulse, just here, okay? We don't want to cross our feet over, we want to keep that chest nice and tall, okay? You'll feel a stretch continuously through your anterior chain, so through our quads and our hip flexors. We have to stay very disciplined for this, and in 5 seconds we're going to change leg, okay? 1/3 of the range of motion, pulsing up and down, and change, step back, same thing again, okay? 1/3 of the range of motion, pulsing up and down, and rest, moving back to the center. Now we're going to do the similar variant with our air squats, so feet just outside the shoulder width apart, toes pointed out a little bit, increasing the angle of our feet, big toe, little toe, heel, pointed in. We're going to initiate this movement by pushing our knees forward and out to the side, bring our hips straight down, and we're going to move through our 1/3 range of motion at the bottom, like so. So coming down, keeping that chest nice and tall, controlling our breathing, okay? You will start to feel a bit of burn in your quads and your glutes, okay? We're going to keep this nice and controlled. If you have to stand up for a bit, you can stand up, not too long, and you come back down. 10 more seconds, control that breathing. Be disciplined with your movement, keep the chest nice and tall, knees out to the side, don't let them cave in. And 3, 2, 1, and we stand up. So from here, we're going to do some confirmatory movement with some plyometric work added to the movement. So what we will do is a lunge jump, and jump squat, okay? You move at your own pace, control that breathing. Our heart rate is going to elevate a little bit through this movement, but keep all those key movement milestones in place. So lunge jump, squat jump. Lunge jump, squat jump. If you're not comfortable jumping, you can step back, nice and controlled, and complete your air squat as well, right? Ultimately, we want to move through the full movement, taking full advantage of the cardio aspect of this as well. One more, and rest. Okay, from here, we're moving on to a glute bridge. So we want to come down onto our back, hands out to the side, heels underneath our knees, push a little bit forward. What we're going to do is keep our chin towards our chest, not on our chest. Palms pushing the ground, lifting our hips and squeezing. So we're going to do this for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. One thing we don't want to do is put pressure on our head and strain our neck by keeping it on the ground. We want to take that pressure off our head, keep our spine in a nice neutral position, allow our torso to follow our hips up in a nice neutral position. Rest. Okay, moving through into a bird dog. So for this, knees underneath our hips, hands underneath our shoulders, eyes looking down between the middle of our hands, and we're going to raise one arm. The arm that we raise, we're going to raise the opposite leg, create a nice straight line with our body, and bring it down nice and controlled. Alright, let's go. Nice controlled breathing. Focus on keeping that tension through our body. Gently placing our knee and our hand back down, distributing our weight evenly, and then switching. And switch. Last one. Okay, from here, what we're going to do is a pull-up Superman. So, we're going to extend our lower limbs. We're going to bring our hands forward, palms face together. When the exercise starts, we're going to raise both our hands and our feet together, and we're going to pull down as if we're doing a pull-up, like so. Alright, let's go. Keep that tension through our midline, and we're going to pull up the entire time. Nice controlled breathing. If you have to rest, then we go straight back into it. Keeping our hands off the ground, our mid-torso, our upper legs should be the only thing touching the ground. Rest. Okay, going on to our back, we're going into just a bit more core work. What we're doing here is straight leg crossovers. Palms dug into the ground. We're going to bring our feet off the ground, point our toes, keeping a center line down the middle of our body. We're going to cross our feet over side to side, keeping our core engaged. Let's go. Legs nice and straight. Control the breathing. Nice purposeful movements. If you need to rest, rest. Not too long. Bring it back up. Keep going, nearly there. Okay, rest. What we're doing from here is we're going to do bicycle crunches. So, same thing. Going to start in our crunch position. We're going to bring our opposite elbow to opposite knee, coming through, and we're going to crunch. Alright? Going back to our center, each time. Nice and controlled, opposite elbow, opposite knee, opposite elbow, opposite knee. If you find the tension through your core is too much, you can start from a reset position, bringing our head and chest back down, and then keep moving. Right, we really want to bring that core up to meet the elbow to meet the knee, not necessarily bring the knee all the way to the elbow. And rest. Okay, from here, we're going to go on to floor wipers. So we're going to extend our limbs, palms facing down, bring our feet up to the center, bring it to the side, and we're going to use our core to rotate ourselves back to the middle and then past again. Okay? So rest, and feet straight up, toes pointed, legs as straight as possible, and we're going to rotate side to side. If this is too difficult, what you can actually do is have a knee bent position, toes pointed, knees above our hips. Same thing with our arms, palms facing the ground, and we can rotate side to side, trying to keep our shins perpendicular to the floor. Rest. Okay, now we're going to move on to a little cardio piece. For this, we're going to start with sprawls. So for a sprawl, hands come down, kicking our legs back, knees in, and standing up. Our final position on the ground is a prone push-up position. Okay? Moving at a pace you're comfortable at, controlling your breathing. Palms down, legs out, knees in, stand up. Down, out, in, up. If this is too difficult for you, what you can do is come down, step out, step in, stand up. Okay? But we obviously want to maintain nice fast pace, like so. Coming to a full standing start. Each time making sure your hips don't drop. Nice straight line, top of the head, down to the tailbone. Rest. Okay, so that's a sprawl. Sprawl is a variant of the burpee. From here, we'll move on to a full burpee. Same thing, hands down, legs out, chest and hips to the floor, and standing up, hopping up, coming to a standing start again. Okay, nice deep breath, coming down, legs out, chest and hips to the floor, and up. Standing start. Once again, if that's too difficult, you can come down, squatting down, legs out, one at a time, down, push yourself back up, step up, step up. But obviously, we want to do a full movement as fast as possible. Keep that heart rate up. Rest. Finally, if we were moving fast up on our burpees, heart rate should be up, should be sweating by now. We're going to try to bring it down a little bit lower and maintain that with some jumping jacks. Jumping jacks, feet together, hands together, feet out, hands out, okay? Jumping back and forth. Let's go. Nice controlled breathing, all right? Just bouncing off our toes, giving a nice linear motion down the center of our body. Nice controlled breathing. Last 10 seconds. Keep going, nearly there. And rest. Very good, guys. Excellent work, that's the workout, all right? From here, we brought our heart rate down a little bit. We're gonna try to bring it down a little bit more from here, all right? Feet underneath our shoulders. We're going to come down, touching the side of our legs. Nice controlled breathing, swaying side to side. Coming back up, big breath in. Reaching for the sky. And rest. One more time. Down the sides of our legs. Swaying side to side. Focusing on your breathing above all else. And coming up. Reaching for the sky. And rest. Alright, excellent work. Very proud of you guys. I hope you enjoyed the workout. And I'll see you next time.